Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mr. Idris, I want you to tell me, what was the first time you were touched by Islam?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The first time I was touched by Islam was when I came to Egypt.
Yes.
Before I came to Egypt, what I knew about Islam was what everyone in the West knows about Islam. It comes from the television. I knew that Muslims were terrorists, and that they chopped your hand, and that they were cruel to ladies, and that Islam was about suicide bombers and very bad things. So I came to...
These are what you heard from media.
Television,
yes.
newspaper, radio, every day.
Yes.
This is what we hear all the time. And since September the 11th, it's worse and worse and worse.
Yes.
Now, I left the priesthood. I used to be a Roman Catholic priest.
Yeah.
And when I left the priesthood, I was feeling very down. So I decided to come on holiday. So I looked on the internet where I'd get a good holiday. And it came up with Egypt. So I came to Egypt. I came to Egypt not knowing about Muslims.
Yes.
Not knowing Egypt. And I arrived thinking there'll just be sand and pyramids and palm trees. And I came for a week. And that week was the most extraordinary week in my life.
Yes.
Because for the first time, I saw ordinary, simple, sweet Muslims. And I said to myself, but these aren't the people I've seen on the television. These are not the people that the radio tells me about. These are not fanatics and extremists. They're just ordinary people, but who are very religious. And for example, in the main station in Cairo, when the call to prayer sounded, I was astonished to see ordinary men just going down on their knees and praying. And it really touched my heart to just seeing in the street a little boy selling bananas.
Yes.
And he'd greet you with Assalamu alaikum. And you ask him, how are you? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Well, I'd never seen that before. I've never seen people in England or in France or in America with such a deep faith that's in their veins.
Yeah, it touched your heart.
It touched
deeply.
my heart,
yes.
Absolutely. I'd never seen anything like it before. And so instead of these Muslimin being washin, I saw that they were very, very...
Tayyibin, kind people.
Tayyibin,
Yes.
Halloween جدا. Halloween جدا.
How had your image of Islam changed when you returned to London?
Well, when I returned to London, I went to a school. I was teaching in a school again as head of religious education. But this time I was teaching not just about Christianity, but about Buddhism and Sikhism and all the religions, including Islam.
Yes.
So I had to teach about something I didn't know anything about. I knew nothing about Islam, except from what I'd seen in Egypt. I'd seen that Muslims were nice people. So every night I would read the books, ready to teach the children. And the more I taught, and the more I read, the more I liked what I read.